Hey guys, welcome back. It's Chala from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life, and we are here with our Freebie Friday. My goodness, these weeks are just flying by, you guys. So today's freebie is one that I found off of Pinterest. And as we're kind of edging ever closer to spring, I'm kind of thinking of more, botanical and spring type of journals. Obviously, I'm working on my All Things Roses journal. But I did want to highlight this one because bee journals are also one of my favorite things to make in terms of themes for journals. I will link this page down below. Again, it is one from Pinterest, and yeah, just simply printed it out, and it's got all these great little images. We've got some tags, some oval labels, circular labels, regular, rectangular, with the corners cut off as well. So yeah, you can see them square, all the good things. We're going to be using some of these images, and as well, I am going to be using some of the All Things Roses. Now, this isn't a freebie. This one is the paid pieces, but what I want to do is with these things is make these really fun pen holders that clip onto a page of a journal, and it's just done by paper clip, so it's kind of like an altered paper clip idea, but we are adding some elastic band to it as well so that we can tuck our pen in there, and then this can be either, let me just bring out my journal here, either just kind of clipped to the outside of the journal cover like this, so it holds your pen. Isn't that cute? Love, love, love. Or it can go on a page. Now, I have a measurement here that we are going to use. I think I originally saw this from Treasure Books, I believe. So if I can find that original video, again, I will link it down below. So I just think this is a really cute idea. You do want something to have, some size to it because you are attaching a pen to it and it's going to be pulled in and out, and you want it to be somewhat sturdy. You know what I mean, right? So these little images are going to be just kind of focal points on a bigger piece. You can actually do this with tickets or tags as well. Again, you want to make sure that they are a bigger size. I'm just trying to see if there's something in here that would be, like this. I mean, I think we could, that would work. If we put this on the cardstock, it would be big enough for that. So just, keep in mind items. I mean, this is measuring about 2.5 inches by about 2.5 inches. Yeah. So, kind of around that size is probably better. Like I said, you can do them with larger tickets as well. So yeah, this would be cute too, right? Oh, that would be super cute. So just keep that in mind with whatever you choose. Again, it has to have something that is got a bit of size to it to accommodate, what you're using it for. All right, let us get started here. The size of cardstock, now I am using heavier cardboard or cardstock, and this is from obviously a good old Cheerios box. So yeah, great for recycling, guys. And I really like the thickness of this. Ooh, I got some dinging going on my phone. Motivation. Let's just quickly check out our motivation. Everybody needs a little motivation in their life, right? What do we have here? Our motivation for today is: you're hanging in there and fighting your way through. You should be proud of yourself for not giving up. Yeah, love it. Okay, now that we're all motivated, let's get to creating. Whatever you are using, you want it to be thicker, right? Okay. The sizes for these pieces that I have cut down, again, you can probably play with them a little bit. You can definitely go larger. I'm not sure I'd want to go too much smaller, like I said, but we are working with, I wrote this down, the base is 5 inches by 2.5 inches. Makes sense. If this is going to be 2.5 by 2.5, I'm too pretty to do math. I should have figured that out. Sorry. Yeah, so that is the size that I am going to be using. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay. The first thing we need to do is take our one piece, and I want to score it in half or fold it in half. So that's 5. So we're going to do 2.5 inches. So right like there. Okay. I'm going to just do a couple of them while I have them out here. Let's see if we can if we can get 3 done, I think I'm going to be somewhat happy about this situation, because I haven't done this in a while and I need to remind myself. Okay, there we go. And then yeah, I just like to have some handy just in case I want to kind of whip some up for a particular journal. All right, I hope you're all doing well and finding yourselves in your crafty spaces. Okay, so I did this one's measuring a little smaller, but that's okay. Is that even square? Is that even straight? It does not look straight to me, but that's because it's not. Okay, I need to fix that because it will bug me. It will. We need things straight-ish in my world today. So if that's 2.5, yeah, that's smaller. So let's go, this is going to be 2.25, this one. Yeah, just a little bit off. I thought it was a bit crooked. Okay, you will also need a craft knife and some paper clips. So let me grab my craft knife. Where are you? I know you should be in here. There you are. And we need a mat to cut on. Okay. And let's grab a ruler just in case. I want my one that has inches. Do I have that one handy? I'm so particular. Why am I so particular? It's a ruler. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. So what I want to do ideally is put a slit kind of in the center here. And maybe I can do it on here. So 2.25. I mean, we're about there-ish. Oh, I think my pencil lead broke. And you're also going to need some elastic. Yeah, some sort of fabric elastic. This is 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Little bit more than 1/2 inch. Whatever, you don't want to go too thin because it'll, I think, stretch out too easily. And you don't necessarily want to go too thick either. This is kind of a great size that I like, but you know, you experiment, whatever works for you. And then that's going to go inside when we fold it, as well as the paper clip. We will be doing some sewing as well. You can, I think, get away without sewing this, but it makes it a lot sturdier and stronger if you can sew it. That stitching is kind of important, to tell you the truth. So there is that. All right, let's find this middle again, where we are here. And I'm going to do it just a little bit smaller than the size of our ribbon. So I don't know what am I doing here? About 1 centimeter. About 1 centimeter is perfect. So let's do that again on this one. So this is going to be about 1.25 is the middle. And again, we'll do it about 1 centimeter. I'm just drawing the line here so you can see where I'm going to be cutting. If it's not completely center, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I don't think the measurement police are going to come after you, be knocking down your door saying, hey, you didn't do that straight. It's just kind of a rough guesstimate, right? Just want to make sure it is not bigger. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Next step is we need to slice and dice a bit. We're just going to cut our line. Right, like that. And that is going to be where our paper clip and our elastic is going to come through. Okay. Now, if you want to cover the whole thing at once with papers, then, you know, cover it and then do your lines maybe over top. I'm probably just going to glue 2 separate pieces on because I didn't think ahead. Let's be honest, I didn't think ahead. As I was cutting this, I'm like, oh, it probably would have been easier if I cut this after I put the backing papers on, but whatever. Go with the flow. Oh, right, then we've got that. Now we get to decorate because that's the fun part. So use up your scrap papers, whatever you have. Let's just see, I'm gonna pull out, I did have a baggie of scraps. Where did those go? There you are. Kind of fell behind my trolley. You can decorate these with anything. You can use little Tim Holtz people, tickets, yeah, anything. Book page, stickers, fabric and lace like I have done on this one. See that? I think it's cute. I like the little lace and there's some fabric underneath there. And then a vellum sticker and some book page. Super simple. Let's try, well, I kind of like this. Let's do one with that. I want one with some scraps of the All Things Roses digital. So I'm going to pull out that. Yes, super. Is that going to be big enough? No, not quite. I need a little bit more. Do I have a bigger piece in here? Yeah, let's go with that one. It's got more roses on it too. Okay, so we've got this, and I want to use, this is some stamps from the All Things Roses. I think I might want to do something like that, or I'll check out my fussy cuts as well. But for the B one that we're using, the free digital that we're using today, I kind of like these colors together. I like that. Maybe we'll use that together. And then let's see if I can find another what else do we have here? Let's see. That's just plain. That's too pink. Some Tim Holtz. I need something bee-like. Oh, these are pretty. I don't remember. I think I got these from a, oh, so pretty. Oh, wow. I think I got those from a magazine or something. Okay. Not that. Let's try that. Okay. Oops. Put you back over there. Okay, so we've got some good papers to work with. Liking it a lot. All right, so now our squares are about 2.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to cut a 5-inch. So that is 4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, and I think 5 is right about there. Let's try that. There, and then 2.5 inches right about there. And then 2.5. Again, you can use book page if you so choose. And 2.5. These are some little scraps that I can use over yonder. And then what else? This one. Let's actually do it's the smart way. Yeah, so we want 5. I didn't do the other one properly, did I? Okay. 5, which is then 2.5. Like there. And then 2.5 again. Right about there. Some more little fun scraps. Okay, we've got that one. And then our last one, which is our pretty All Things Roses paper. Again, this is a freebie from last week. Is it last week? So we'll cut it at 5. Right there. And 2.5. And 2.5. Or thereabouts. I think I cut that one wrong. That's okay. Everything will be okay. All right, we've got that. So those are going to be kind of our backgrounds. Again, use book page if you have extra book page, you know, whatever you like. There is no wrong answer here. Okay, these don't quite, oh, I have one that's smaller, that's why. So that one, yeah, I mean, we'll have to do a little bit of trimming, but that's okay. All right, so let's get gluing these down and then we'll trim them up. I am going to use art glitter glue for these. So just adding the glue around here. Again, you can do it because this is craft looking cardstock underneath. You can make it like 1/4 of an inch or whatever smaller so that you have that craft border around it. That would work as well. Decorate them however you like. I want the whole thing covered. So that is what I'm going to do. Like that. And we're not going to see the inside. And then let's glue this one this way. Like this. So you guys have any plans for the weekend? I cannot believe we are at the end of February. Oh, speaking of All Things Roses and the end of February, the last pages have been released for the 52-page freebie. Make sure you head over. So the last 2 pages that needed to be released were from Junk Journal Studios page, and that was released last week. Yeah, I think last week. And then as well as is it the Paper Bumblebee? I think is the last one as well. She uploaded. So they're all uploaded now. I did manage to find all of them. And encourage you, let's do it like that. Encourage you to go and get them so that you can play with them. They're a lot of fun. And just gorgeous, right? Like, again, 52 pages of freebies. Who is going to say no to that? If you do, you're crazy. You're crazy if you do, let me tell you. Yeah, I like surfing Pinterest, which, I mean, Pinterest is a black hole. Sometimes you get lost in it, but there are a lot of great freebies on there as well. So, you know, check that out. You don't have to buy the digitals. There are free things out there that you can totally work with, as well as just, you know, junk in itself. Use magazine pages. You don't have to print anything, or do this with your scrapbook papers that you already have. Do it with wrapping paper. Wrapping paper would be fun as well to cover pages. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry a bit and then do these ones. I rounded the bottom corners, or like the side corners on this one. You do not have to. There's nothing that says you have to do that, so. Okay, which way? This way, maybe? Okay, I like that. I need this little gadget again. Okay, and last one on this side. So the thing that you have to remember is we need to have our directional papers going the correct way, or your focal image going the correct way. And so what I mean about that is it's not like your typical over the top page belly band. I mean, you could, if you want your pen to, you know, be at the top of your page like this, sticking outside of like the top of your journal, that's fine. But then you'd have to like change the orientation of your focal image. So just a little FYI on that, making sure that you know which direction you want this to clip onto your journal cover, page, what have you. Okay. So I think those should be good. We'll just trim them up. And let's use these scissors. That was weird. Styrofoam. I don't know where the styrofoam came from, but it was on my scissors. You could use chipboard as well. I think like if the cardboard that comes in like calendars, I think would also would work well. Why is this not straight? Okay. Well, we're going to have to make it straight. And I'm going through 2 layers here. Okay, there's that. And then we got to fix this one. Come on. There we go. Okay, well, just a little bit of trimming going on there. It's fine. I like that. It's going to go this way. Okay, let's do this guy really quickly. And oh, I need some packing tape. I will have to find that. And the packing tape is used for the paper clip to make sure it slides and nicely and holds nicely and all that good stuff. Okay. You don't have to use the packing tape, but I like to do it. It makes me feel better in life, and knowing that everything is secure and nothing's going to catch. Okay, so there we go. We have our... Why are you all cockeyed now? How did that happen? Did I like... Okay, that one's nice. That one we trimmed. Well, I have no idea what I did. I scored all cockeyed, but that's okay. There is nothing that we can't fix here. So we will just make it happen. Again, I blame it, I think, because I always have my head cocked to the left, so I'm just a little weird. Okay, now is that, why does that not look straight there? Is it just me? I think it's okay. All right, it just is an optical illusion, I think. Okay. All right, the next thing we want to do is, we've got a little slit in there. is cut our ribbon, our elastic. Now, how much did I have on this? I didn't measure how much so I have about 3/4 of an inch hanging out. So I want about, I'm going to say let's do a good 3 inches. Yeah, let's cut 3 inches of ribbon. I'd rather have, or ribbon, elastic. Why do I keep saying ribbon? It just will give us enough. I mean, we can always trim it down. We can't add, right? So there is that. And I have lots of this thanks to my mom. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate you giving me all your ribbons and elastics and trims and what have nots. Again, my mom is a artist as well. She is a seamstress and she's into quilting, and she has her, well, she also crochets and knits and all that, or knits more than crochets, but yeah, so she made all my clothes growing up. Her channel is called Around to It. So yeah, she gets to projects when she gets around to it. All right, so there's kind of a little bit more of a grippier side. I want that, and it's a little bit more shiny. I want that on the inside. So we are going to go ahead and feed this geez, why do I keep saying that? This elastic through. And I'm going to use my tweezers to assist in that. There we go. Let's push that through. And then just depending again on the thickness of your pen, right? Like how much you want hanging out. I think that's pretty good. Go on to the next one. Shiny side, which is a little more grippy on the inside. Pushing it through that little slit we made. Pulling that out. Again, you don't have to use black elastic. You use whatever color you have or like. I like black only because you're going to be handling it a lot, and I don't want it to get dirty. So I don't really necessarily want to use a light one because it'll stain, or I worry that it will stain, possibly. Okay, last one, pull you through. Just making sure I have enough for a pen to go through. Excellent. Okay. Now I probably, if you want ink, probably should do that sooner rather than later. I'll just have to tuck my elastic to the side to do that. Again, round your corners if you want. I don't think it's overly necessary for these. Or I could just kind of miter the corners like this. Ooh. You're gonna need some strong scissors for that. Just because you're going, or I'm going through two thicknesses anyways. Urgh. That's cute. Okay, I like that. All right, it's looking good. Okay. So let's finish this one together. Let's do one at a time, and the rest are going to be like the same process, right? Again, you can tweak this however you want. Let's see what we want on this guy. I think I want it this way. I'm just going to use a little clip just to hold it closed for half a second. And I think I actually want that. So let's go ahead and cut that out. Again, this digital is linked below. Came from Etsy. Just trim, trim, trim. I like these types of shapes. They're quick to cut out. It's anything that's got a curve to it that throws me off and takes me some time. Oh, I'm gonna like that. I'm going to like that a lot. And do we want to do this one? Since we have it out, why not? Let's just make things a little simpler for us for this. Again, mass make these. This is another great thing to mass make. Once you have all your pieces ready, it's fairly quick to go. Use your stickers for focal points, tickets, whatever, you know? All right. I do feel like I would like some music paper or some book page behind there. I like that. What else do I have? Got some book page here. Oh, I also have this. This is just an embossing, a piece of craft cardstock that I embossed and then inked over. I mean, that could be interesting as well. Let's use that. All right, this is going to go this way. I do want some music paper behind it because we want some layers. Layers are good. Like I said, I layered with fabric and lace. Is that going to be big enough? Did I rip that big enough? Or do I like this side better? Okay. This is kind of what we got going on. I know my whiteness is out of whack again. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. So frustrating. What is this? We could add some of that under there. No, not feeling that. We could add some trim around it too. Not feeling that either. Well, let's just go with this. I need to ink up my music paper. Just trying to find my mat here. Again, this is a mat from Waffle Flower, and I like to use it when I'm using very delicate or thin papers that it's hard to ink the edges on. Just makes it a tidbit easier for that process. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Bring this back. Okay, let's glue you down. And we will get our glue book over here. Just going to use glue stick. Use whatever glue makes you happy and that you like to work with. Like this. And maybe about there. And then you little bee, let's put you on like that. I'm just doing a couple layers, but go crazy. Add as many as you like. Now I didn't ink the edges of this. Is that going to be an end game here? No, I don't think so. I think we can work with that. Put that maybe about there. That's somewhat straight. Okay. And then we can decorate the back as well. Why does that really looks crooked to me. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's crooked, and that's just going to drive me bonkers. I don't know. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I guess it's just an optical illusion. It looks like it's measuring straight. Okay. All right, so what you can do here is, oh, I'm a ninny. Am I a ninny? I'm a ninny. I forgot to sew before I covered. That's okay. No, it's still gonna work. I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm okay. Just ignore me. Okay, we're good. So what we want to do is we have to have our paper clip slide in the back. So let me just grab a paper clip out so I can explain the situation. Oops, sorry, that was loud. And nothing aggravates me more than when they're all twisted up. All right. So we want our paper clip to go through in the back, and we want the small side to go in. And in order to make that happen, we have to sew both sides down to the front. Otherwise, we won't be able to slip our paper clip in. Does that make sense? So if I try to slide this in, like, come on, get in there. What happens if I do it this way? Is it going to be easier this way? No, it's not. Okay, I want this to slide in there. There we go. Just needed to use a little bit more brute force. Okay. So our paper clip's going to be on that side, so I need to sew these tails on this side. You can't split it like that because your paper clip isn't going to go through. So we need to sew it this side. So I'm going to run that through my sewing machine. Now you're not going to be able to see, okay, that's already in there. I'm going to leave that. No, I can't because I have to sew around here too. Take that out now. Come on. What is with you? Why are you doing that? Why do you have to be so difficult? There we go. Okay. So we are going to sew our tails to the front. I'm going to run my sewing machine all the way around the edges, and I'm going to catch those tails. That is the plan. Now, if you want to ensure that you're going to catch those tails, you can grab some tape or, washi tape or packing tape. I am going to use packing tape because that's what I like to work with, and I just know that it is going to hold it securely down. So some good old Canada Post packing tape to the rescue. Like this. Don't need much. I always like to fold my ends over so it's easier to grab the next time. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure that that's the front. Yeah, there's the front. And then I'm just going to put the tape like this so nothing lifts. I know it's going to be held in place properly. And it helps things kind of slide a little bit better in there when we need to put that paper clip back in. All right, I am going to pause, and like I said, I am just simply going to go around the perimeter of this side and then put this over this way, and I'm going to go around the perimeter on this side, and then we will tuck our paper clip in after. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, right, so I have sewn around the edges of these little page clips. And I do want to note, I did it a little bit differently on this one. So the thickness of this cardstock is pretty thick to go through my machine. So on this one, what I did was I started out and I just sewed a stitch along here, just this one right here, to secure the ribbon. Okay, then what I did on this particular one is I inserted my paper clip, which we're going to do. I'll show you how we're going to do that. So I am going to take the short end of the paper clip and I am going to stuff it down in here. Ideally, that's the goal. Can get a little tricky just because it's, there we go. All right, so that is in there. Okay, so that is in there like that. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so we'd have that one stitch line here. Then you can put this paper clip in, and then again take your tape or whatever you're using. I like to use the packing tape, and this will help things to slide in and out nicely as well, or it not slide in and out because we're using it on this side, sorry, but to secure the paper clip from coming out is what I want to say. Okay, then what you can do if your machine is strong enough, which I struggled on this one with my machine doing it. So I had originally sewed down one line here. Sorry, I'm just going to try and push that down a little bit more. So I had sewn down the one line here. I had it open and then sewed one line down, securing this. Then I put my paper clip in like this. Then I closed it and I sewed the rest of it around, the two pieces together. Okay, my machine struggled the first time I did it on this, so that's why I sewed all around the edges separately on this, and then I'm going to secure this with glue. It is a lot better if your machine can go through 2 layers at once, because then it's sewn all together at once and it's definitely not coming apart. I do run the risk of having done it this way that these 2 pieces could come apart. I may see if I can just run another little stitch along here just to secure it, but you know, it depends on what you're using. Again, if you don't have a sewing machine, then you're not going to be able to do it that way, right? Like you're just going to have to tape down your ends like this and not sew it. Okay, so you know, work with what you have. I really hope this makes sense. Again, don't worry, I am going to link Natasha's original video down below. I'm going to find it. I promise you that. I will find it and link it. But it just depends, right? Sometimes you have to tweak a project for what you're able to do. If you don't have a sewing machine, then you're not going to be sewing, right? So you're going to have to kind of think of other ways to do it. So we have the paper clip secured in here. It's not coming out because it's taped in and it's ready to slide on a page. Now we have to secure this down. Use your strongest glue that you have to do this part. And I am putting glue all in there. Okay, I'm making this happen. Again, because we put tape over top of the paper clip in there, I can put glue over top of that. So it should secure down. We'll fold this up like so. And then I really want that glue to catch. So I'm going to, put another paper clip around it or clips, whatever you have, and then, or put it under a book so that it has time to dry. I'm just going to use these fun little clips because I have them and they're handy. So there we go. So that one is good to dry now. All right, so I did go ahead and sew around all the other ones and I decorated them as well. So yeah, we just have to put the paper clips in, tape them down, and glue them up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use this paper clip. Now I don't know if it's any, no, it wouldn't be any easier. I was just wondering if it would be easier to stuff the paper clip up through this way, but no, it's not going to work. Don't know why I thought that would work, but okay, so pull our ribbon to the side like this, and then stick that smaller edge in there like so. Okay, we've got that secured in there. Now we're going to open it up, add some more of our packing tape. Like this. Again, that's securing that paper clip on there, so it's not going to come out. And we are ready to glue. So this one I just did a little piece of lace and a piece of the, like one of the little stamp pieces from the digital kit, All Things Roses. That was from the add-on, so that is the one that you will have to pay for on that. Okay. Lots of glue. Glue stick is not going to work for this, so you need something stronger, either art glitter, 3-in-1. You could probably even use a glue gun, hot glue. That might also work in your favor. I really like the clipped corners. I like it better than the rounded corners I did on this one. So I'm glad I did that on these. Just clip this together, giving it a chance to dry. Ooh, you're a tough little one. Why don't you want to open very much? There you go. Okay, set that one aside. Last one, my friends. We are almost there. And I mean, it didn't take long at all. It really did not take me any time off screen. So I need to fold this way to the back, or towards the front, sorry, so that I can get my paper clip in the back. Short end is going on the inside. Push that all the way down, like that. Turn it over. Grab some, ow, I just cut myself. Well, that was silly. Sorry if you were trying to fall asleep. Oh, that was, yeah, I got myself fairly good there. Oh well. Still have all 10 fingers, so it's still a good day. And I'm not bleeding. No, I don't think I'm bleeding, so whew. Okay, get that there. I feel like, I mean, it might need something here, maybe another label or a word or something, because I have that kind of high up. We'll see. I could always add that later. Again, you can mass make these again with just neutrals, like neutral backgrounds with just book page or whatever, and then add a focal image for whatever project you're working on, right? That is the beauty of these, is that you can mass make them ahead of time, then decorate as you need for your journals. Okay, get these all clipped together. I think that's good. Oh, maybe one more. There, and that one is going to dry. Put our pin back in the glue. All right, so I think these are super cute. Again, did not take long to make. So just kind of a recap. When you put your elastic in, you want both the tails to be taped to the front portion of. Now, having said that, you can also have it turned around and this, like, have it like this way. Pretend that this is upwards and it's going on this side of your page. I'm used to having things being right-handed, but if you're left-handed, maybe you want it on this side, so then your image will be, you know, right side up on here. Like this would be this way up, right? So whatever you think works best for you, but making sure that your tails of this elastic are to the front. and tape down. Then you're going to, you can do a sew line, just a straight line this way, and then put your paper clip in and then just finish around the other 3 sides, right? Or you can just do the glue method like we've done here. Whatever works best for you. All right, let's try taking this one apart. Yeah, I think that is pretty good. I think I like the idea of sewing these 3 edges together, with both pieces together that way. Just seems to be a little bit sturdier. I feel a little bit better about it not coming apart with the glue. But you do you. So, all right, that is our Friday freebie today. Again, this kit, which, I mean, we still have a ton of things to work with here. I will link that down below, as well as Natasha from Treasure Books, her original video for these. And yeah, if you have any guys have any questions, leave me a note down below. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and that it kind of inspires you to make some of these cute little pen holders. They don't even have to be pen holders. They can literally just be paper clips. Fun little paper clips, hidden paper clips. So, all right, guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you find yourselves in your crafty spaces making these. And remember, P.S. I love you.